Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. If you would please stand for the presentation of the flag.
If you could just remain standing and join in with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight at this recognition ceremony for our 6th graders. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chris Dodge, and I have the honor of being the principal here at Swanton School, and I want to welcome you to this really special night. We're going to kick it off with some awards that we'd like to present to folks tonight. Our first award is called the Middle Level Scholar Award. And this award is presented by our school in combination with the Middle School Association that represents New England. And this award represents both academic achievement and social emotional achievement. So this award recognizes a student who is respectful, responsible, caring, helpful in their classroom, works hard at their academic pursuits, and just is an all-around really successful and helpful student in our school. The 6th grade team, the Unified Arts teachers, we all sit down and we brainstorm folks that we think would be really good candidates for this award. And it's always such a hard decision. But we've narrowed it down to 2 students that we'd like to recognize tonight. And the first student that I would like to come forward to be recognized as one of our Vermont middle level distinguished students for 2024 is Hudson Campbell. The second student that we would like to recognize tonight also as a Vermont middle level distinguished student for 2024 is Lucy Chevalier. We have a couple of other recognitions that we would like to present tonight. We call this the Swan Award. And Swan represents, in this case, students with amazing nobility. So we use this award also to recognize students who have worked hard all year during 6th grade to both be successful as friends and peers in their classroom and contribute positively to our school climate, and also working hard on their academic pursuits. And so we have 3 of these awards tonight, and I'd like to call Nora Greaves. Our second Swan Award goes to Hadley Guyette. And our final Swan Award tonight goes to Tristan Hogue. Okay, Mrs. Delrose is going to come forward.
Thanks for coming this evening. Before we begin, we'd like to make some special recognitions at this time of the year. It's always bittersweet for us because it means oftentimes that we have colleagues who are retiring. And what we'd like to do, we would like to recognize.
Sorry about that.
Don't mess with the plan. We'd like to recognize the following people for their many, many years of service to our school community. They've been here and supported children in all sorts of capacities. And I'd like them to come up. We have a little, sorry for this ringing, we have a presentation. I'll ask you to hold your applause till the end. And I think it would really be nice for us to give them a good send-off and a show of appreciation with a round of applause afterwards. Phyllis Para, who's been our school psychologist, would you please come up? Deb Martin, who many of you may have had as a teacher over at Babcock in first grade, maybe second grade. Gloria Marquis. Mrs. Marquis has been a paraeducator in third grade especially, but she's also been a parent and was here as a sub for many years. We'd like to thank her as well. Heidi Mosier, who I'm not sure, thank you. She has done a wonderful job as a teacher who helps to integrate all students into the mainstream of the classroom and making sure that their needs are connected deeply with what we're doing there, making those friendship connections for kids and helping everyone to learn to realize the potential. And then Kelly Chevalier, who worked as our special education clerk, and I think kept many of us on task with the details of the files of her kids and making sure that we didn't miss anything that was essential for children's learning. And lastly, I'd also like to recognize Mrs. Marlene Horse, who has been here for a very, very long time. She was not able to be here this evening, but she has worked here as a paraeducator as well. We'd like to thank you all so much for all you do. So now for the most important reason that we're here is to recognize our sixth graders. A lot of people call this a graduation, but it's many, many years ago. My good friend Ms. Bovac created this evening as a way to recognize that our children were growing up, they were moving on. We wanted them to be able to stop and think and reflect on all of the growth and the things that they'd accomplished from the time that they were little all the way up through now. So we've asked kids to do that. And each of them has chosen some things that they would like to be recognized for, and so we want to celebrate that with them and with you. We're going to do this by class, so it'll take a bit, and we'll make sure that as families you have photo ops. But before we begin, we'd really like to thank you as parents in the community for supporting us this year with open lines, feedback, asking good questions, helping your kids get those reading logs in, making sure they got to school here and they had what they need. We can't do our job without the support that you offer, and we really very much appreciate that. Just, yeah. I'm going to ask Arcadia in a second to rise. I want to introduce Ms. Tracy Skills, who's been the sixth grade paraeducator. I'd like to introduce Ms. Justina Mahler, who's our special educator. And Mrs. John Nielsen, who is our academic specialist. All right, for Arcadia, I'll have you stand up, please, just like we practice. Yep. So these are really sweet, these things that they've chosen. And I'm really proud of what they've come up with. So to begin with, for Arcadia, Eliza Sue Findley Benson would like to be recognized for dancing for 12 years, running a 5K with Girls on the Run, playing soccer, basketball, and the clarinet for 2 years in band. Next, we'd like to recognize Neil Bullock. He would like to be recognized for learning decimals, winning P.E. Student of the Month, and persevering after breaking his arm playing in his last year of basketball for the world. Harold Denny Campbell V would like to be recognized for playing baseball, working hard on his passion project, being a middle-level scholar, and trying to be the best person he can be. Parker Champagne couldn't get here. His mom sent me a dojo message and he is not feeling very well. But he would like to be recognized, and I want to make sure we do this, for becoming a better player with his electric guitar. We had a lot of great conversations about music. Lucy Chevalier would like to be recognized this evening for cheering up her friends, being chosen as middle-level scholar, and for writing her own song for her passion project. It was lovely. Jordan Chilcote would like to be recognized for working hard on her passion project for dolphins. Sheila Cota would like to be recognized tonight for participating in orchestra, heart and soul, dance, field hockey, and chorus. Hunter Draper would like to be recognized tonight for playing on the basketball team and for his glorious hair. Cullen Gabry would like to be recognized for being good at making friends and having a really good sense of humor. Oh, did I make mistakes? Nope. Kinley Lane Goddard would like to be recognized for working hard in math and working very hard on her passion project this year. Aiden LePan would like to be recognized for playing the violin in advanced orchestra. Slow down a little bit. Griffin J. Medor would like to be recognized for playing basketball, soccer, baseball, for being a Boy Scout. Sophia Marie Messier would like to be recognized for artistic abilities and having her design chosen for the 6th grade t-shirt. Gage Michael would like to be recognized for playing football for 3 years. Colton Peterson would like to be recognized for playing basketball and being a good playmaker. Grace Lynn S. File would like to be recognized for being goalie and achieving 6 years of playing soccer. Troy J. Rushlow would like to be recognized for playing Dungeons and Dragons and Crossroads for 3 years. Andre Sanchez Ruiz would like to be recognized for being bilingual, speaking both Spanish and English, which is quite fun. Brantley Shumway would like to be recognized for playing the drum and band for 3 years. And Emelina Stamatelos would like to be recognized for horseback riding, 9 years of playing the piano, and running a 5K in Heart and Soul. Thank you.
Okay, now it's my turn for discovery. Raylan Bagnosh would like to be recognized for winning an archery tournament. Natalie Bourbeau would like to be recognized for making new friends and shooting an 8-point buck. Caleb N. Bordeaux would like to be recognized for shooting an 186-pound buck and shooting a 29 out of 30 in archery. Pretense Burnett Jr. would like to be recognized for playing the violin, almost never missing school, and having a fun time. Matthew Cody Maxfield Carpenter would like to be recognized for having a lot of good friends, most of all Cameron and Leland. Wyatt Carey would like to be recognized for being a good soccer player. Rosalind Marie Daniels would like to be recognized for shooting her deer and making friendships work out after all. Elizabeth Duchesne would like to be recognized for her typing speed and her reading level. E.J. Ferguson would like to be recognized for being on the soccer team. Connor Goslin would like to be recognized for playing football for the past 6 years. Hadley Emma Guyette would like to be recognized for being invited to the District Music Festival and for her love of sports, softball, soccer, girls on the run, and hunting. To be recognized for his resilience and being able to overcome any obstacle presented to him. Braden Keith Lavalette would like to be recognized for being friendly and getting better at sports. R.J. Myers would like to be recognized for winning the state championship in hockey and for improving on his art. Haley Grace Fanoof would like to be recognized for being a kind friend to everyone. Aubrey Ella Plouffe would like to be recognized for playing basketball and making a three-pointer. Warren Richards was not able to be with us tonight, but would like to be recognized for reading the entire Wings of Fire series in a few months. Isabella Rose Sanderson would like to be recognized for trying new things these past few years, like sports, new friends, and going out of her comfort zone. Ryland Sibley would like to be recognized for getting a P.E.G student of the month. Akita May Tatro would like to be recognized for being friendly to everyone. Silas Whiting would like to be recognized for solving a Rubik's Cube. Jace Wickham Keller would like to be recognized for being the one who does the most yard work at home.
It's a challenge. Around just like we go. All right. So, Anna Ramona Mulhair in Borgo would like to be recognized for how much she has grown in her years here. Oliver Bourgeois would like to be recognized for making people laugh. Jamie Cardinal would like to be recognized for being in chorus and her sense of humor. Cooper Chappell would like to be recognized for making progress with his writing. Maya Elizabeth Chambers would like to be recognized for always pushing herself to reach and surpass her goals and for always being able to make others laugh. Nora Greaves would like to be recognized for being a strong leader, trying her best, and never giving up, and for always working her hardest. Isabella Olivia Johnson would like to be recognized for being one of the easiest people to make laugh. Sarah Virginia Johnson would like to be recognized for coming out of her shell and speaking up for herself and others. Jaden Jones would like to be recognized for being part of a good group of friends. Madeline May Kate Maddie would like to be recognized for helping others when they need help. Carter LaFar would like to be recognized for developing his artistic abilities. Eric Withdraw would like to be recognized for being funny and nice. William Barnaby would like to be recognized for persevering in physical therapy. Corey Putnam would like to be recognized for being good at math. Audrey Jane Reynolds would like to be recognized for her creativity. Adriana Sanchez could not be here tonight, but she would like to be recognized for her friendships, her artistry, and doing impressions of cartoon characters. Charlie Underwood would like to be recognized for being good at sports. Gunnar Whitcomb would like to be recognized for being a good athlete. Cameron Roulette would like to be recognized for creating a good group of friends. Isabella Woodward, Bella, would like to be recognized for doing heart and soul and helping out people. And Braylon Wood would like to be recognized for her drawing and being good at working with computers.
And now on to explorers. Explorers, please stand.
Right up front.
And to get started with us this evening, we'd like to recognize Addison Baker for strengthening her communication skills in class. Jacob Bittner would like to be recognized for learning how to cook homemade pasta. Trent Frederick Boomhauer would like to be recognized for his continual improvement in reading. Molly Bro would like to be recognized for never giving up when something gets hard. Limuela Baguiza would like to be recognized for being a reliable person for my peers to count on. Emma Clark would like to be recognized for maintaining academic growth throughout the school year and being a helping hand when needed. Mackenzie Daniel would like to be recognized for being kind and understanding to how others feel. Blake Domina would like to be recognized for his continual improvement in reading and baseball. Brianna Dreslinski would like to be recognized for being willing to try new things. John Garrett would like to be recognized for being Student of the Month for Physical Education. Braden James Hansen would like to be recognized for raising a star 360 score of 97 points and improving in golf. Blake Hogue would like to be recognized for being a reliable person in the classroom and on the soccer and baseball fields. Tristan Hoyt would like to be recognized for overcoming the struggles of having type 1 diabetes. Peyton Longley would like to be recognized for trying my hardest, never giving up, and learning new things in basketball. Rylan Nesbitt would like to be recognized for improving his soccer skills. Daniel Perry would like to be recognized for making new friends and being a good student. Blake Robbins would like to be recognized for being her voice heard by one and all. And last but not least, Kennedy Williams would like to be recognized for strengthening her communication skills in basketball.
So the next part's a treat and something we look forward to. We've taken pictures throughout the year, and we put together a slideshow for your enjoyment and the kids. What we did want you to know is that all the photos out in the hallway, and there should be duplicates, there should be 2 of each, are our gift to you. You can take them. If you find shots of your children that you'd like to take, please do them and enjoy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Shakespeare can take away. Hot air balloon with those fakes. With the air that got the by the way. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like a one out. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. You can count on me, 'cause I can count on you. Open and take that jump, don't feel the fall. Open the water rises, you built a wall. Open the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer and take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you will say, I did it all. I did it all. violin. Hope that you spend your days, that they all line up. And when the sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. I'll say I swear I'll in.
Just a couple of quick things before we wrap up. We want to thank Mrs. Mitchell for putting that great slideshow together. How about a round of applause for her? I want to thank one more graduate tonight who, if you were a 3-year-old here at Swanton School, and you are still in this graduating class, then you had the privilege of being here the entire time that my colleague, Miss Jeanette, was here. Miss Jeanette will be leaving us at the end of this year. So I'd like to acknowledge her hard work and that she came with many of you and she is leaving with many of you. And I'd like a nice round of applause for her. I also want to recognize that while this is absolutely a night that we celebrate our 6th graders that are moving on to the next chapter, this is also a night to celebrate those who have supported them in their journey so far, and that is such an important role, and we as the adults at school appreciate you all, and I know that your students appreciate you all. So at this time, I would like our graduates to stand up and turn around and give all of you a round of applause. And as they are facing you, I want to acknowledge our 6th grade team for all of their hard work that they put in this year and to this celebration, and to Josh for helping us with our tech work tonight. So thank you all for your hard work. And I am really proud to have the honor to present to you our Swanton School class of 2024. We are going to have our students have their recessional out, and you can meet your student in the cafeteria. Thank you all for coming and have a great night.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for coming, Dad.